So, you want an industrial, I hear. Happy spring! Happy spring! See the ducks? The ducks. Spring ducks. Get it? Get it? Spring? I don't know. Whatever, I'm just so happy it's finally getting warm out, so. Whew, it's hot out. Okay, hey guys, this is Ink here. I'm finally on day 18 of my industrial piercing, and I decided to make like kind of a how-to video on how to manage and maintain an industrial because it's one of the hardest piercings to care for. I'm sorry if my voice sounds kind of blah, but I'm sick right now, so. But anyway, so as you guys know from my last video, if you guys didn't see it, all you gotta do is click the little doohickey. It says last vlog up at the top. I don't know which side it's on, like if you're right-handed. Anyway, so you saw that I got an industrial, and right now I'm on day 18 for caring for it and making sure it heals properly, and I gotta say it has not been an easy task. So if you guys are considering getting an industrial, or you gotten one already and you're having issues with it and you want to know how to fix it without actually going back to your piercer because that's a pain or whatever, then I'll help you guys out with that. Okay, so first things first, as you guys can see, there's my industrial right there. I don't know if you guys can see it really. That's why I have that strap there. But yeah. How it's healing pretty well so far. Okay, well when you first get an industrial, if you haven't gotten one already, what's going to happen is that they basically take this needle. It's not a little machine like a normal piercing in the loop area, the skinny fleshy flesh area. Anyway, so it's something like that little machine at all. They literally take a needle and they shove it through your ear, because with this it's not a tiny hole, it's more of a it's larger, so they have to make sure that they gauge your ears the right size, so they use a needle. It actually does not hurt as much as you think it would. It's just more so really uncomfortable for a while as they're doing it. It depends more so on your pain tolerance though, and also what they do is that they shove the needle through both areas right here, and they keep it in there, and then they take the actual industrial earring and they slide it right through, as you can see demonstrated in my last vlog if you guys want to go see that. So what it feels like is just, as I said, it's really uncomfortable at first, but then after that it's just, it's really not that bad. There's not that many nerve endings up there as one would think, so it's really not that bad. So if you're scared to get one, or you think it's gross or really painful, it's not. It's really not. There are worse ones. To care for it is a huge pain. What you need to use to care for it, a lot of people say to use antibacterial soap and water, like a dial soap that's antibacterial, in order to kill all the germs that might go into this piercing, because this piercing can get easily infected. So you gotta be really careful and clean it often. And many people say use antibacterial soap and water, but I have not done that, so I'm not exactly sure how effective that is or how sanitary that is. I wouldn't want to use that sort of thing. I don't know, I don't trust it. That's just me. But if you want to try it, you can. It also sounds like a lot of work. Like, you gotta make sure the soap gets in there and all this other stuff. What I would do is that I would use hot water, heat up water, and put natural, not iodized, but natural sea salt in the water. You can get at any grocery store. And you put it in the water, you mix it up, and you just, in a bowl, and you mix it up, you just put your ear in the bowl and you wait there for 5 or 10 minutes, and that salt will, and the hot water will kill all the bad germs. And try to make sure you move your industrial around, get that salt and water mix in your hole. Another thing that you can use, the place where I got it, they gave me this spray, the sanitation spray called H2 Ocean. You can get it on Amazon, and they'll deliver it to you For an industrial, I recommend the 4 ounce, I think it's 4 ounce spray bottle, but what it is purified salt water. So it's basically the same thing as the hot water bowl, but a little bit easier because all you gotta do is just spray, like you gotta spray in here, and on the outside of your hole. So it's a little easier. All you gotta go is and you're done. You can do it anywhere. It's like not that big of a deal. You're not just sitting there with a bowl like, ugh, now what? I'm bored. So it's a lot easier to deal with. It's not that expensive. It's like $11 I think on Amazon, so money's not that big of an issue. It does run out quickly, so if you're going to get it, get like 4 sprayers, containers, because the place where I got it, they gave it to me for $15 to clean my piercing, and I ran out within the first 2 weeks. So because you have to use it 3 to 6 times a day depending on how you're progressing. So if you're considering that, then get a lot of it, because with an industrial you use a lot of it and you run out fast. So since I ran out, I started using this here. So since I told you that I ran out of that H2 Ocean stuff, I don't really have any natural salt water or anything around my house, and I haven't really gone out to get any, even though I should, because I do recommend that. It's the most natural, and it's guaranteed to get your ear cleaned. But so what I've been doing is that when I got this a year ago, I don't know if you can see it, I got this second hole a year ago. What they did is that the people, they gave me this ear care stuff. It's like basically it's an antiseptic solution, and it's supposed to clean your ear, and I'm not sure you're supposed to use it on an industrial or any other body piercings like things, just because I got it for this, and I don't recommend it for an industrial. But what you do is just you put it on a Q-tip and you just roll it around in there. But I don't recommend it. It's just a temporary thing for me. So until I get more H2 Ocean, because it's being delivered as we speak, I don't necessarily recommend that. But yeah, if you're desperate, then just use something like that. But I would definitely recommend salt water, hot salt water, or H2 Ocean, or something like that. Any kind of natural salt purified water solution. So, and when you're cleaning your industrial, you should clean it as often as possible, at least twice a day. I would do 3 or 4 times a day, just because it's so easy to get infected. So try to clean it as often as possible. Yeah, you want to clean it as often as possible, because if you don't, then it just gets really gross, and you won't, oh my god, it'll get so gross, and trust me, clean it. So other tips when caring for this piercing. Alright, when you first get it, they give you a larger length than your actual ear, just because when you first get it, your ear will swell a little bit, or a lot, depending on who you are. But mine only swelled up like a little bit, and when that happens, you should be taking ibuprofen or something like that, so that the swelling goes down faster and you don't look like you have a huge ear on one side. Do that. Also, it's going to be really painful for a while. Mine still hurts when you touch it. Right now it's just sore, but it's going to be really sore and tender for a while. So when you sleep, try not to sleep on this side. Yeah, try to sleep on your other side, or on your back, or on your front, or just try to keep off of it. If you're one of those people like me who toss and turn in their sleep and are like all over the place crazy, and you wake up to like a pile of sheets on the floor, then what I suggest is that you, what you want to do regardless is take each night, change out your pillowcase, or flip over your pillow, or make sure that the surface of your pillow is clean. You want to just make sure that the surface of your pillow is clean, And if you don't feel like cleaning pillowcases every 2 days, then just take like an old huge t-shirt and put it on your pillow to cover it, and the next night flip it over, the next night turn it inside out, flip it over, etc. Just do that, because if you have a dirty pillowcase and you're tossing and turning and this touches that gross icky stuff on your pillowcase and you get an infection, that just won't be good. So try to do that. Also, girls and guys with long hair, it is guaranteed if you have long enough hair will get wrapped around this bit. Hair will get wrapped around this bit of your industrial, and that can actually get pretty annoying. So you want to keep that as untangled as possible. It's going to hurt at first because your ear will be so tender, but just try to make sure that no hair wraps itself around that part. And it's just easier to keep your hair up all the time, like I have it right now, or just have like a barrette keeping your hair away from it so that the oils and stuff and all the whatever stuff that you don't get while showering or whatever doesn't get all up in those holes. So just keep your hair up and it'll be easy. Also, this might seem weird if you're only used to these earrings, but don't rotate your industrial. Just leave it where it's at. That's because if any particles are on the industrial at all and you rotate it, it'll get caught up in the hole and you might get lumps, you might get an infection. It just won't be pretty. So don't turn it. No skin's going to attach itself to it and you'll just be fine. Just leave it alone, okay? Also, if you toss and turn so much in your sleep like I do, as mentioned before, your industrial will tend to move on its own in your sleep. Just because the length is so long, it'll probably be all the way pushed forward or all the way pushed back. I recommend trying to keep it in the middle as possible, just because it makes it easier to clean and make sure you got it all clean. So if you do have to move it, I suggest cleaning it really well before and after, making sure the entire industrial is squeaky clean, just so that when you do move it, it doesn't get crap in your holes. And let's see, anything else? Try not to get snagged on anything. Don't rip it. Don't tug at it. Don't be stupid with it. Try to keep it clean. And I was told up to 3 or more months I can switch it out, so I don't know what your piercer will tell you, or has told you, but that's why I've been told. And after that, you probably won't have to worry as much about your pillowcase or anything. So yeah. And also, if you do already have an infection with any kind of piercing, I recommend using hot salt water, just because it'll still get rid of that infection, depending on how bad the infection is. If it's like a bulging infection, you probably will want to go see a doctor for it and get some antibiotics. But besides that, if you feel some random pain, tenderness that feels like it might be an infection, starting of an infection, then try using hot salt water to try to prevent it from getting worse. And if it does get worse, go see a doctor. Yeah, that's about it. Good luck. If you have an industrial, keep cleaning it a lot. If you're considering an industrial, it's not for the weak-hearted, and it's not that painful as you would assume, but if it really is something that you should think about for a while. Like, I've been thinking about getting this for a year, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what anybody else says, I'm just gonna go get it. So good luck on getting it and cleaning it and keeping it, and you all are beautiful, and I'll see you guys next time. You guys should subscribe or else Piccolo will be angry. 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 Or, you know, angrier, because he looks pretty angry now. Subscribe.